my mother really thinks she's a slave to her own family. And what I mean by saying that is that there's different types of situations, and one of them is being like when someone of my family, including me, asks her to do something like to cook the food or to put on the table. She often goes like, "Oh, but I'm not like a slave." And I really didn't I really didn't pay attention to it until recently, because often in the past she said the same thing so many times. But just recently I started paying attention to it and actually trying to think what she's actually trying to say. And do you know what's interesting about it? The interesting part is that these types of situations started happening when she found a job. Yeah, before then she wasn't behaving that way. Mm, but after she found a job, things changed, and now she's like, "Oh, but I can't do that because I'm tired of job," and which is a fairly enough very good point. But to be honest, mm, we all everybody does have some kind of job. Like I I don't work at this moment. I'm a high school student, but well, my father goes to work, and when my mom doesn't do the thing, my father needs to do it. Like for example, do the dishes, which is happening more and more often, or cook the food. Mm, and simultaneously, he's working and training and doing some other stuff. And slowly, it's like starting to happen. I start to realize that all of these red pill YouTubers, the things that they are talking about, how women in the past didn't got jobs, and they were just sitting at home doing housework, which might seem misogynistic, but I think these times were happier than right now. I think even for the women, I think that's maybe a happier version of life. I might be wrong. I'm not saying I'm 100% right, but from what I've seen, I think that's the case. Mm, and of course, I understand a lot of women want to get a job so they can help the family, and that's totally all right. But it comes with a cost, all of that stuff that we might not even see at this moment. But it's like the whole family is suffering the consequences of this. Think about it. A lot of you might found that there are similar situations in their families. Mm, if you're not, think about it for a second. If your mom is still working, or you if she was going to work before, and think of yourself how the situation changed, because as I can tell, as long as I can tell, the situation was very different when my mom was staying at home doing housework and my dad was going to work and providing for the family, because I think that's the times when we were genuinely happier than right now. I'm not saying it's a bad time right now, but comparing to back then, I think back then was a lot more happier. That's a that's a great topic. I might do more in-depth video in the future with more information and just tell you some stories, maybe, I don't know. But I just found that interesting because this situation happened today when I asked my mom if there's something to eat, or yeah, it was something like that, and she was like furious. I'm not a slave. Like, yeah, you get it when I'm getting. Mm, and I think that's really sad because I don't live in a Western country where this type of tendency is becoming more popular. I don't live in these type of countries, and you can already see the impact that all this feminism is leading to. Interesting world. And just a second, imagine if that's previous generation of women like our moms. Just imagine the future wives. What are they gonna be like? And again, I'm not saying this with any misogynistic opinion or with any hate. It's just interesting how the world is changing in front of our eyes, because in the last 5 years nothing was like it is right now, and it will continue changing even faster, and that's the scariest thing. And yeah, that's an interesting topic. I will do a more in-depth video in the future for sure. Bye.